A tiny figure physically, but in that fullback position, she can be pretty elusive. So we're underway on a big final day of 2024. And we're here at Combank Stadium in the blistering springtime sunshine. It's the Orchids with the ball first. Banu played it, and they come over to this left-hand edge. A strong run by Muka, up within 15 of the halfway. Emily Vivers in 12 playing a dummy half. There's been a change there too by Tani Norris, the Orchids coach, a legend of Australian Rugby League. Switching Therese Ayton back to the bench. Oh, big contact. Big contact.
That was Serena Masanga over the top, and she stung her.
Tackle 4.
Ravu has stayed down.
And the key playmaker in this PNG outfit, Ravu, has been sandwiched big time.
There's nothing wrong with the tackle. Initially, I thought there was nothing wrong with it. The replay shows nothing wrong with it. That's just a good hit. That's just a big hit. Strong contact over the top and probably knocked the wind out of her. Hopefully there's nothing more to it, but she's just staying down to catch her breath and she'll be okay. You don't want to lose your halfback in the first minute of the game.
Oh, absolutely not. But what a start. Serena Masanga has won for me, who has been fantastic. She had a debut in NRLW for the Titans this year, and she's gone strength to strength.
So Elsie Albert catching and passing. Look at the speed of the defensive line. Fetu Samoa. Sada Koroi with a good kick. Clears the winger and goes bouncing back inside the 10. And the kick chase is pretty good as well. So they've recovered from a jittering first set. And now Samoa trying to work out of their own end.
Samoa definitely did their research on the Orchids last week. We saw them do this against the Kiwi Ferns, shifted a couple of times, and the line speed for Fetu Samoa is fantastic.
Here's Christian Pio. Started her NRLW career here at Para before moving on to the Tigers, and now Simone Carpani, a dual premiership winner in NRLW football. Here's a great run. Netta Nuasala charging over the halfway. Elsie Albert stole the ball.
Elsie too smart. It's very, very smart from Elsie. She was very, very hard to stop. They had the fullback looming up on the inside, but one-on-one strip. Well done, Elsie.
Captain on captain too.
Elsie's playing out on the left edge. Normally middle players we know, but she's playing on the left-hand edge here for the Orchids.
That is one of the best strips you'll see. Great technique.
Kalpa in the 13 playing it. They head right and then a pass back underneath. And the Orchids now just outside their 30. Guasamum has been a mainstay of PNG Orchids teams for a number of years now. And now Banu. 8 games with the North Queensland Cowboys in NRLW action for SA Banu. A kick out wide. There's a fraction deep for the oncoming chasers to pose a threat.
Tell you what, not a bad finish again though by Papua New Guinea. And they're muscling up defensively, but that change that Gal spoke about, Jessica Reeves is actually starting this game, so she's playing in the middle. That's why Albert's playing on that left edge.
Here's Lindsay Tui. 3 tries in her last 3 tests for the Parramatta NRLW star. Now Pio. Fast play the ball. Penalty.
Ruck interference.
Yeah, I don't know if they want it. I mean, obviously the penalty's good if they kick it out and get good field position, but she was off then. She was off then, and the Orchids were definitely backpedaling. There's an opportunity missed there, so penalty for the Samoan side, bit of an advantage, but I think she might have wanted to play on there. But anyway, they'll start their set inside the Orchids half.
Yeah, the referee might have pulled it up because she could have said that was an incorrect play the ball. That's why she's pulled the penalty up, but Samoa, aren't they doing damage through the middle early?
That's what I'm wondering where they are. I think Elsie's a middle player. I just don't know if Elsie's better off being in the middle of the field. A bit more starch up front there, because that's where they're making a few inroads at the moment, the Samoan side.
It's Kapani again. Pio playing on to Nuasala was just immense in that game last week, winning player of the match. Ball's come free though.
Knock on Samoa. Knock on.
Oh, she's the captain.
Again,
Will
you
she
got to go to a
challenge it
netter.
here?
If you want.
Oh, no.
Knock on here.
Don't
Just
like
hang
these
on.
ones.
Yeah, I'd just pocket that
Elsie.
challenge, Anetta.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yep.
No, she's going the challenge on. No, it's very, very
Okay, coming
early.
in to tackle 3 wide
Front
with the
rowers
captain's
with the
challenge.
C next to their name.
The on-field decision
It's a
is
big
knock
call.
on Samoa.
Who are you to call?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I'm glad back in my day there was no captain's challenge. It would have been gone in a second.
Could be gone in
I've got to
4
hope she
minutes
wins
and
this one.
47.
I hope she wins. Yeah, that's a strip.
There's no intent to
it's
strip
not.
from the PNG defenders. The
You
ball is
still
just
don't know what
lost.
you're
The
talking
challenge is
about.
I
unsuccessful.
still don't know. Ah, well, I'm sorry. I was hoping you're going to win that one, but
Look, I'm a front rower and I knew that wasn't going to be one. That one wasn't going to fly.
yeah, I was worried. As soon as she went to the video, I was extremely concerned, but I was on her side. I wanted her to win it, but not today.
Phil Ruan would be slightly more composed with using
Oh,
the
you reckon?
captain's challenge than you might have
No,
been. Yeah.
I actually don't reckon either. I reckon front rowers with the C next to their name, with the stripper that happens, you're going straight to the video route.
Nah, because I...
Oh, there you go.
Oh, well,
See,
the footy
karma.
gods.
The footy gods. I always
footy
talk about the
gods.
footy gods. They're around today.
Well, it's a stop-start opening to our first game of the day in the bright sunshine and Marley. Gee, it's warm.
It certainly is, Tomo, and this stop-start nature of the beginning of this game is certainly not going to help with the fatigue levels. As we were saying in the pre-game, it's very, very warm on the field and down here on the sideline, sitting at 26 degrees, 42% humidity, but the slight breeze that is apparently existing in this field cannot be felt and is giving absolutely no relief. The heat regulations as they stand are sitting in that yellow category, as Ruan mentioned in the pre-game, meaning that there are unlimited amount of times that trainers can come on and give hydration. There will also be a reassessment of that at the end of this match before the Australia versus New Zealand game after, to see if any further restrictions need to be in
There's
place.
Marley, early chance, Samoa, try in the right-hand corner. Taulele Siala, one of 7 teenagers in this Samoan team. She's 18 and she has scored first.
It was great work from the hooker. Great vision. Saw that there wasn't a lot happening defensively on the short side. And you saw her there, point to the winger, push up, and she does. Gets a 2-on-1, well, pretty much a 2-on-1 situation. Enough space there for the winger to go to the try. And so great work from the hooker. She's the one to come out of dummy half early where they got that penalty, give to them field position. And once again, come out of dummy half there, knows the 2-on-1 situation, beats the marker, had the winger in 2 minds, gave the winger enough time and enough space to get over the try line. Great try there for Samoa.
Yeah, it certainly was, and I think she showed good composure there. And Lafipo, she might be playing 9 today. She's wearing the number 13 on her back, but she's actually a half. She's actually a 7, so she sees these opportunities so brilliantly. She's just got that ability to play physical through the middle, which is why she has such great versatility. And we saw in that front-on shot how much poise she had, how balanced she was on her feet. You just saw what her eyes were doing. She was looking to engage that defender. She knew she had the pace to beat the 2 markers and engage that defender, and a nice little pass to her winger. And what a lovely start for Samoa.
Part of the Queensland Origin setup that tasted victory in the series this year. Sienna Lafipo. And now the veteran of the Samoan outfit, Pele Rasabale, right against the touchline. I say she's a veteran, she's only 31. Such is the young nature of this Fetu Samoa team. Oh, it's a nice looking kick. Just underneath, it's 4-0.
Yeah, I'm just about to go and tell her. We need a ball. Here.
Queensland under-19s
Idea.
representative Mercedes Taulele Siala, the first try scorer for Samoa. I mentioned, Ru, 7 teenagers in this Samoan team. They're looking for 4 Test match victories in a row. That's such a positive for Fetu Samoa going forward.
It is. It's positive for them in the game. And look at this wind-up. Simone Carpani, she has started this game with a real pep in her step. And another teenager that really impresses me is Eva McEwen. When you see her get the ball, just watch out.
Here's Nuasala. So strong. Another defiant run by the skipper. 5 from the halfway. Lafipo across to Papali'i. He's handed an NRLW debut with the Roosters this year. Inside the Orchids half. Nice pass from dummy half. And Kapani's been busy, but gets slammed into the turf there on play number 5. Filia Rasabala had to rush a kick away. It's taken safely by Jenny Wesley. But tackled immediately after making that catch.
Pretty good set after points there, Tomo.
Yeah.
Got through your sets, got the tackle 5, turn the ball over to the opposition winger and make contact straight away. That's a good set after points.
Now Allen. Scored 2 tries and the Orchids played last year against the Cook Islands in these Pacific Championships. Just finding it hard to get out of their own end here. PNG 3 short of the halfway. Vivas with the pass away to Ravul. A wobbly sort of kick which landed with our first try scorer. And here's Faifua, who I mentioned is only 58 kilos, but she's got some fancy footwork.
You need it when you're only that light.
Not wrong.
You're going to try and scramble away from those big hitters.
Great.
Jessica Patea. And Lafipo keeps it alive. Back to Papali'i. Ducks underneath one tackle. And there is an error.
Oh, strip,
late
late
overall.
call. Come from the touchy. So they might go to the, yeah, they are. They're going up to the video. They're disputing
Coming
this.
into tackle 1.
So the referee called it a
Again, we've
strip.
got on-field ruling
Sorry,
of
a knock on, and the referee,
PNG's
the
challenging
touch
the
judge
decision,
overturned
thinking
it,
it's a strip.
called it a strip. So
Yeah. Yeah.
are you back in here, Roo?
Well, they were both equidistant from the challenge. And I think that this is definitely a loss.
Just
I think
looking
it's a
to
loss.
determine if PNG number 13 strips the ball.
She
or if
does
it's
have a
just
hand on the
lost.
ball, but then she releases it.
Yeah, I think I think she's lost it too from that angle. Let's see this angle.
PNG 13 has the hand scooped around the ball and makes a play at the ball to intentionally dislodge it. This is a strip and the challenge is unsuccessful.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't, honestly, that rule, I know it's a rule of the game, and it just comes down to interpretation.
Marcia,
Everyone's got a
it's on
different
top of me,
interpretation. That time went the Samoans' way, but for me, that was a lost ball.
Yeah, I agree. I think she did have her arm around it, but as she was going to the ground, I don't think she deliberately has a stripping action, which is what
she
you
was
hear
physical.
a lot of that.
She was just physically in the tackle.
So we watch this here, that right arm, she does drag it to the ground, but I don't think she's making a stripping action there. So anyway, Samoa, they get the spoils.
There's Jamie Soward overseeing this Samoan team from the Pacific Champs. He's made a bright start as their national coach, unbeaten so far. Nuasala punching through the middle.
If I'm the fullback of this Samoan side, every time she runs the ball, she's got to be right next to her, every time.
Well, the PNG player, I thought may not have got back on side there.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know if she was inside. They got away with it though.
Well, they did.
Well, I want to see a replay of that passage of play because Leanna Allen came up with a beautiful tackle, and then from marker, she scrambles back and gets in the passing path and actually gets the ball back for her side. This is the run by Nuasala, and you're right, they just need numbers. You can't be fragmented in a defensive line. Look at this, Allen, Bushka. And then she backs it up by getting in the passing lane. Right here.
You're right, Tomo, she was there. I question whether she was onside, but she definitely was there.
So here's Reeves, elevated to start. Playing up in the front row. And Emily Vivas with the clearing kick. Nutmegs the fullback, Faifua. Oh, they raced down without any uniformity about the kick chase, and the fullbacks pulled them apart. Across to Jessica Patea. She is a live one. Zatea Faifua. Fast play the ball. The Samoans dominating in the middle here. It comes to Pio.
I feel that
Soliola's dropped this.
Yeah, this Samoan side of thing, just hold the ball, get some tackles up inside the 20-metre zone. They'll score points, but when they're getting there, they're just making errors.
Go 0.
That's Soliola going into the line. Good solid contact over the top. And the handling errors are starting to mount up. That's 4 so far for Fetu Samoa. Oh! Boom!
Didn't that space close quickly on a... Oh.
That's Allen in amongst the big forwards. Might be better served staying out on that right-hand wing after that contact. So PNG inside Samoan territory now. Played by Vivas. And back to Rabu. Didn't hit it cleanly again. And straight to Faifua. It's a better kick chase.
I think Papua New Guinea needs to look at making a change. They bring Therese Aiton back into the middle, push Vivas back out to that edge back row, so that way Elsie Albert can start up the middle.
It's a big tackle again.
Jessica Reeves, good contact, but adding Elsie into there will really help them.
Oh, another strong surge. My goodness, these teams are going at it hard. Oh, nice play. Samoa on this right-hand edge. Another dumping tackle. It's the other winger. That's Wesley. And a dummy and run this time. Straight through Lafipo. Where's the support? Lafipo trying to position a support runner. Got the pass away to Papali'i. He gets cut down inside the 20. Penalty.
Rock interference.
Oh, there was nearly a sin bin case there.
Come back through the rock.
Here we go. Here's your opportunity now. I said it then. Just get tackles inside the 20-metre zone, control the ball. I think they can score some points. It's going to not make errors here. Get to a field position, get a play on.
Yeah, break it down, draw Elsie in, and then take advantage of this edge.
Or just give it to Nuasala and see if she can run through everyone. She's 8 metres away this time. Oh, got a hair pull. And Papali'i shrugs it off and tries to get to the line, but eventually the referee intervenes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was definitely a penalty. Obviously, the referee putting it straight on report.
Honestly, it must be hard. When you're out there on the football field, you just grab it and grab whatever you can get hold of. The hair happens up in your hair. I know it's illegal play, but at times I can understand why it does happen.
Yeah, but that one was just a lazy throw the arm out, grab something. So
sustained pressure now for this Papua New Guinean defence. Another error.
And that was so telegraphed. You could see Nuasala setting up for that cross play. They did the same thing last week, I'm pretty sure, but that was just too telegraphed. And the Orchids were well and truly up for it. And tackle 2, error. I'll keep repeating myself. They just got to get up in this 20 metres and hold the ball. Hold the ball, make the Orchids tackle. They'll tire them out. They'll score points by the back end of the game. They're making way too many errors at the moment.
yeah, they're just a little too tight with their spacing, and timing was definitely off. But you're right, Gal. I think they just need to be a little bit more patient. They're trying to score off every time they get the football. They just need to be comfortable being uncomfortable, build pressure, and then take advantage of opportunities when they arise. You don't always have to manufacture them.
That's a strong run. That's Elsie at her absolute best. She was a nominee for the Golden Boot winner, actually. Elsie Albert back in 2019. So she's been at the elite level of Women's Rugby League for a long, long time now. Viva's playing it. Elsie wants more action.
There's 3 Samoans in there and she still wins the tackle.
Including Nuasala. The 2 skippers head-to-head once more. So it's a better set, this one, for PNG. Kick by Koroi. They can't seem to find the turf with these kicks, however. And Samoa have a good platform from that kick return. The United Cup is nearly here if you're a tennis fan. Great opportunity to see the top-ranked tennis players from right around the world here in Australia. They're coming to town for the mixed team tennis event held in both Perth and Sydney. Get your tickets now, unitedcup.com/tickets to see some of the world's biggest tennis superstars kicking off our summer of tennis. Here's Soliola once again. 4 players used for Fetu, Samoa. Back to Papali'i. And the ball to this exciting teenager, Eva McEwen. She's got enormous wraps on her, and that is the reason why. Great evasion. Pilio Rasabale, great ball, look at that. It comes to Talule Siala again, gets the pass away, and they'll get another one. Spectacular footy. Bonavini is the try scorer.
What about this raid down that short edge? And I tell you what I love about it. They don't just sit in that kick. They identify there's an opportunity. And they get out and they play some really good football. And then it was a really lovely last little offload that actually allowed Fongavini to improve the position. But even McEwen, I spoke about her earlier and Tomo just spoke about her during this run. She is so evasive, but she's so physical as well. She gets up, plays the ball cleanly. But Piliai Rasembale, great cutout pass. Creates a 2-on-1, and look at this offload. Oh. That is very, very nice, and Fongavini improves that position for Fetu Samoa.
Yeah, put that down to the halfback though. That's what set up for me. She got the ball, had the opportunity to kick the ball, but sure she had numbers out wide because the fullback, the wingers is back. Both sides are doing it early. Both side wingers are going back, tackle 4, tackle 5, waiting for the kick. Now, there is an opportunity for both teams to run the ball. The halfback, Razabale, noticed that. A beautiful cutout pass to the centre, onto the winger. A beautiful offload back inside. That's great play. But for me, the vision from the halfback is first class there. Well done.
Yes, it was a thunderous ball right on the money.
She's unsigned for an NRLW contract next year, Pilia Rasembale. So I'm sure a few coaches will be watching this with interest.
We're here at Combank Stadium in Parramatta in the middle of Sydney's western suburbs on just a gorgeous day. The Orchids have been brave, but one just gets the sense that if Fetu Samoa can hold onto the ball here, as Paul Gallen has been rightly saying, they could potentially tally up quite a score here. Go such power right across the ground. And seen Pilia Rasembale with a couple of classy touches in combination with her halves partner Papali'i. Well, they can't stop the ball here. Samoa only tackle number 3 now, and they're up inside Orchids territory. Christian Pio has been strong. I'm sure a glimpse of even McEwen in that previous set. Playing at left back row for Samoa. They go the other way this time, however. Comes out to the Sunner from the Gold Coast Titans, and she's up to within 10. We've got a PNG player struggling back on the 30-metre line, so they're a player down in the defensive line. Pilio Rasambale shows, goes and scores.
Too good. She got too much class, Rasambale. Saw her once again on this short side. The left-hand edge for the PNG side has been struggling all game. That's where all their points have come. And just knows, had an overlap. Didn't even need to pass the ball this time. I'm sure she was going to look for the cutout pass here. Gets the ball. She's a 3-on-2 situation. She was looking for the winger, but the centre, the number 4 from the PNG Orchids, sprinted up, cut that off, threw the dummy. The other player went out. She had to beat 2 players, which she did comfortably. That's a great try. And as Tomo said, you just get the feeling in this match with the heat out there and the fact they're down by a few tries now. If they can just control the ball this Samoan side, they'll run up a big score here against the Orchids. Oh, no.
Does she hold on to it?
Well, they may look at this one. They may look. I think there's a little bobble there, but you know the rule is that you don't have to regrip the ball as long as there's not total separation, which I don't think there was total separation. But no, here we go. Here we go. When this happens,
Grounding's under review for
not much good
possible knock
comes
on.
after it for the Samoan side anyway. So goes to the ground here, looking to put the ball down. It definitely sort of bobbles a little bit.
The ball comes away from Pauline's grip and there's clear separation. She fails to re-grip it and ground the ball. This is a knock-on. We have a decision.
But this, you know what? You don't have to re-grip the ball anymore.
That's a knock-on, Gal.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but you don't have to re-grip the ball anymore. You don't have to. That's a rule. They come out with this year. You don't have to re-grip it.
I don't know how much grip you can get with your elbow either.
That is
It travelled all the way down her forearm, unfortunately. But I tell you what, positive for that though, each opportunity that a short side is open, they're taking it. And I think that's really important. On the flip side, for the Orchids, they know that they're struggling, or as one of the Orchids is being helped from the field here. This will force a reshuffle for them.
Really, the first place you need to set your defensive line-up is the short side. The long side is easier to defend. If you've got
100%.
an overlap on the long side, it's easy to defend. You have more time, more space, but the short side, every time you've got an overlap, it's very, very hard to defend. In a 3-on-2 situation, we've seen a 2-on-1 situation, a try being scored, so they've got to set up the short side first, and that comes down to the fullback. The Orchids fullback needs to set the defensive line.
Therese Aton is on the ground, 35 years of age. The Atons, a famous footballing family in PNG. Of course, Paul Aton played Test football for Papua New Guinea.
Played a lot of footy with Paulie.
Yeah.
One of the greats, Paulie Aton. Has he got something to do with the PNG side at the moment? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's around. Yeah, he's involved in some capacity.
This is a much better set. Here's Elsie
Look at her
busting through them. Oh, she was called held. To Kalpa now. Gloria Kalpa. Nice pass. Beautiful spiralling ball. And Kodoi's kick does hit the turf this time. Picked up skillfully by Jessica Patea. She's wrapped up on the own 20-metre line. Oh, penalty. They've undone all the good work from that excellent set.
It was a very good set and attack. Elsie Albert, unsurprisingly, leading the charge, but there is high contact that has been put on report here. But Elsie, she won't die wondering. She continuously puts herself in a position to make a difference, and all the Orchids need to go with her. I like having Aton back there. Gives them really good service out of dummy half. And they just got to stay disciplined at the moment. Penalty count, 5-0. Oh, doesn't find touch.
Well, there's a let-off.
Ooh, penalty. Yeah, fair enough, on the ground. It was a one-on-one. It was a one-on-one situation. I think she was going for it, but definitely hit the ground, so tackle completed. Good opportunity for the Orchids. Full set of 6 inside the 30 would be the best opportunity of the first half so far, and she's unstoppable.
Top 2 people I wouldn't want to stand in front of. Her and Netta Nuasala.
Gee, what a charge that was from Muka in Samoan defence. A great chance here for the Orchids. Nilly. Can they peg one back here? Aton, so sharp with a service from dummy half. Oh, it's play on.
Tell you what, she done very well not to be penalised there. How did that happen? She had to be a metre offside.
I want to see that on replay. She was up very, very quick. Christian Pio, I think it was. And there's a Fetu Samoan still left on the try line. But Papua New Guinea, they're just trying to stop this onslaught.
The Fipo across to Mona Lisa Soliola now. Lung into the ground. Tackle made by Vivas. They're just dominating the ruck, aren't they? Fast play the balls and the momentum over the advantage line. It's Lafipo again. Rasim Bale. Taken by De La Cruz. Fullback for the Orchids. And the South Slogan Magpies. And now Allen. Two forwards in combination.
She almost got that arm free.
Aton. And now Albert with some more metres. Got ankle tapped effectively by Fonavini. Oh, it was forward and it was dropped.
Once again, I'm glad they noticed that. If you look at this Samoan winger, she's well and truly back. They do have numbers there. Every single time the wingers are going back play 4, there is an overlap. And it might be coming time pretty soon. They need a chance their arm and shift the ball out wide. If they do cover it, the Samoans in the centre or the winger can put a kick in downfield. But at the moment, they're not able to execute on that. Good they did notice it though, Drew.
Yeah, she hit the lead and it needed to go out to De La Cruz out the back. That's where the overlap was. Just a misread there by Ravu.
So 9 minutes until half-time in these most oppressive conditions here at Combank Stadium, and it's only going to get warmer as the day wears on. Sala. She's been absolutely extraordinary. Good pass back on the inside and great tackle as well. Tinau saw a bit of open space but couldn't quite get through. Pilio Rasabale flights it over the top. Oh, the winger's not there.
Wingers.
The winger wasn't in the action.
Wingers, God, get there.
And the ball's been lost.
Seriously, wingers got one job, catch the ball and score a try.
Scrum.
Get there, God.
Clock on. Elsie, where do you want the scrum? In the middle.
Talele Siala, she just missed her job there, didn't she? She needed to be up because Masanga did absolutely everything right yet again. This short side, Piliai Rasambali, great pass. The winger, where are you? Oh, Mercedes. I reckon she missed a definite 4-pointer there. Oh, hang on, she's holding her hand. Maybe she was injured. Maybe we take that back.
No, she's a winger, no excuse.
Ball in, hold. Break.
She's a willing runner, isn't she? Liana Allen. Coming up next, one of the great rivalries. The Jillaroos against the Kiwi Ferns. You'll see it next. Our Jillaroos just arriving here at Combank. They are a very formidable lineup.
And then off the grid.
But of course, last time they met in last year's tournament, it was a victory for New Zealand. So we'll see whether they can reprise that result here today. Here's Leila Keroa. Zivas had to rush a kick away.
It was touched as well.
Touched.
This will be a Papua New Guinea ball.
Elsie, where do you want to play the ball? Play the ball.
It's 2, play the ball.
On the 10 or the middle? 10 in.
So Viva's got it on last and she wasn't expecting it. Put in a last-ditch kick. Came up with gold for the Orchids.
Yeah, another good opportunity. Outside of 6 inside the 20 metre zone. Exactly what they need.
Samoa at times have looked like they're about to run away with the game. should the Orchids score here and drag it back to 6 or maybe 4 points at half-time, they'd be over the moon.
Well, the Orchids look like they're the ones handling the heat a little better at the moment.
Yeah, I agree. I think they look full of energy. A couple of the Samoan girls are starting to tire also. A try here would be instrumental in this game.
Kaupa. Now Aiton straining for that goal line but can't get there. Plenty of numbers out to the right if they can get the ball out there. The Orchids go left instead. It's a pretty ordinary ball. It's been scooped up by Ravu. Now De La Cruz kicks and does really well to get it over into open space. And Samoa scramble and save a try.
What a tackle. Still got one to go. Play 5.
Here's Elsie. It goes over her head, in fact. They've got to get the ball out left. Not going to get there. So, well, how has Samoa stopped that?
I'll tell you, look, you've got to give credit where credit's due. They had ample opportunity to score points on a couple of occasions, but the Samoan side just scrambled. And look, you can't coach that. That's just will and want, and that's just desperation for your country. That's a great effort there from the Samoan side. Well done.
Well, here's that scramble, Gal, and what impresses me even more, Eva McEwen, one of the middle forwards, is over there scrambling to shut that down. That's how much this means to these girls. They're putting everything on the line.
They do look a little ragged, don't they, physically, this Samoa team?
Yeah, and she's hurt herself in this tackle too. She's wincing in pain on the ground there, a bit slow to rise.
That's Serena Masanga. Eventually to her feet and playing it back.
Teresa now! Elsie all the way.
And Vienna Tinau. Last play. Kalia Rasabale's kick is charged down. And a fresh set of 6, and here goes the live wire 5-4 from the back.
6 to go. That could be a bit of a turning point in this match. We've got 5 minutes to go before the break. The Samoan side get a repeat set of 6. Now they're inside the Orchids half. Look, you want kick pressure, but you do not want to give the opposition 6 to go in heat like this.
And Elsie Albert's a bit slow getting back here as well. Looks like she might be holding a shoulder. Meanwhile, Papali'i takes off down her left-hand edge. Can't escape the clutches of Sorina Muka. 25 metres away now. And Nuasala. That was a brave effort there by Vivas.
It's got to come out to the right.
Kalia Rasabale kicks over the top, wants the ball to pitch in goal. It was a great bounce, and it's a great kick return.
The winger was up flat there. She was up in flat with the kicker. She would have been onside.
Oh.
I think she's missed another opportunity there, the winger.
What about that little bit of footwork? Ravu coming out of trouble. Bit off 10 metres. Tough 10 metres too. I agree with you, Gal. I think it was on.
Vivas has been busy and been versatile. Started at hookers, played out in the back row.
Christian off the grid.
Played by Guasamun. And great tackle. Allen gets sandwiched. It's the last. Oh dear, oh dear. It's a lack of communication. Eventually the halfback Ravu gets the ball. It's a very shallow kick. And it's bouncing around there tantalisingly. And Faifua picks it up. And Faifua is off and it's all over. What a messy end to the set that was. And this dynamite fullback, Jatea Faifua, has scored the 3rd try.
Yeah, she's shown great footwork the whole first half, and that time there showed it once again. Got a great right foot step, beat a couple of middle forwards, and she had too much pace. The wing up from the Orchids, I think she's injured. She's got a sore foot. She couldn't take off and chase her whatsoever. But a kick here, no one wanted to move. Look at all the Samoan players there standing still. But this live wire fullback comes forward, picks up what's his bang straight through the middle. Right foot step here. Too much pace there. The poor opposition winger, Orchids winger, has got an injured foot. She couldn't run, and then
look at Elsie
she runs away
now
to score the try. Yeah, Elsie's done a great job this first half, but great try there, Samoan side.
And when Ivania Politi was ruled out of this Fetu Samoa lineup, no doubt there was some concern amongst the coaching staff, but haven't they found an adequate replacement in Jatea Faifua? Very different style of player, but no easier to handle. So 16-0. And we found a live one. Jatea Faifua.
Gals onside.
Yeah, that last try.
Time back on.
Tries on half-time are always pretty critical, but I feel that could break the Orchids, that one. And 10-0 going into half-time. Oh, no, they've kicked it on the full. So 10-0 going into the break. They had some opportunities to score points, so you've got to give the Samoan side a lot of credit for their scrambling defence on the try line. They've done a great job.
Play the ball.
That's, I try to play the ball these days. You're allowed to do that for some reason. But, yeah, they can get another try here before the break, the Samoans. A minute to go, they might as well throw the ball around and have a bit of a crack.
So a kick-off out on the full should actually be a penalty on the halfway. I think we've got that mixed up with the short dropout rule there, I think.
No, but even if you try a short one and you can compete on it, it's one of those ones can go either way, honestly. I think it's the worst rule in rugby league, and if the game, if you're listening, change it back.
All right, Gal, that's your opinion.
I think it's a lot of people's. It's the worst rule ever, seriously. You get a free shot. You don't deserve a free shot. This is professional football.
I'm sure the officials are taking note. Faifua fighting a cut-out pass. And that will see us break for half-time. A 35-minute period dominated by Samoa. 3 tries to nothing and 16 points to nil in the bright sunshine here at Combank Stadium. So it's Emily Vivas to recommence the clash. And already a chance here for Samoa. That was Papali'i taking off down the left hand. There she had an overlap and she decided to pass.
Big chance. Just had to look up and pass the ball.
Here's Eva McEwen. So much buzz around her talent. One of those 7 teenagers in this Samoan team. New South Wales under-19s representative from earlier in the year.
Her debut game for the Knights, she was fantastic as well. She's got a great future, McEwen.
Here's Nuasala. Rampaging out on that right-hand edge. What a powerful start to the second half for Fetu Samoa. Final play of the set. Pilier Rasambale. And Soliolo back to Rasambale. The ball went to Papali'i. He was able to duck under that first attempted tackle, but PNG will get the ball back 10 away from their own line.
Not the worst place to turn it over to me. Just rev up here defensively, try and force an error. At the very least, should get the ball back in decent good position. Good start.
Clear now! Hold square. Wait. Stay out, Marcus. Stay out. Hold.
You know, like Leanna Allen has felt the sting of that collision as she gets up very slowly to play the ball.
I think she was the winger from the first half that was injured, wasn't she? Wasn't she the one who they couldn't chase down the front? I'm sure she was.
I know she dumped a couple of Samoans on the back in defence.
Yeah, but she's
Elsie with a juggle.
She does have that right knee heavily strapped and does look to be favouring it at the moment.
She's got a lovely pass. She leaves 8. Fires it from double half.
Vienna off the grid! Wait to go full, that's okay. Held there. Release the sand. Hold. Wait. Go.
Played back by Reeves. And now Kodoy. And the ball retrieved by this exciting fullback, Te Faifua.
Glory off the grip. Square Marcus hold. Wait. Go under them.
Marley, some news for... Oh, the ball's been lost here by Samoa. We'll just wait for 1 sec before we get down to you because PNG have a great opportunity now, 20 metres away.
Let's go, Orchids. Let's go.
Great contact in defence there, didn't they?
Aiton with the ball to Reeves up inside the 10. Wrapped up by Berryman Duff, 9 metres away. Can they get this elusive try? Oh, the ball was forward.
Yeah, miscommunication there. I don't think they knew what was going on. They've had a call, obviously, to come the short side. But the centre there overran the play by a good move. It could have been a penalty, that one.
Yeah, it was that
definitely
far
a forward
forward.
pass.
But I tell you what, it wasn't. That short side wasn't on. It wasn't on. Fetu Samoa had the numbers. You can see they tried to run a drop and a flat line, and it was not flat. She couldn't help herself. Just gave her the footy. The opportunity was actually out to the left, but this is what forced that. Therese Aiton. I think she's been good since she came on.
Yeah.
I thought we were about to see where that contact was forced. The ball loose, but not so.
Right, clock off, ball in. Hold. Break.
All right, let's go down to Marley now with some news for us.
We saw Jenny Wesley from the PNG Orchids come off with what looked like a pretty nasty knee injury in the first half. Thankfully, the trainers have confirmed it's actually just a cork, although we did just see vision of her there pretty heavily iced. It doesn't look like she'll be back in this game, but they're not willing to fully rule her out for a couple of minutes in the final game of rugby league for this year.
Dummy and run through the middle now. Soliola, there's no support. Soliola takes on the fullback, gets pulled down by Dela Cruz.
Great tackle by Dela Cruz on a much bigger and rampaging Soliola.
Papali'i now. Oh, they're falling off tackles badly, PNG.
Clear now, Teresa.
Fetu Samoa looking for promotion to take on the Jillaroos in the Ferns in next year's Pacific Championships. With another try, they'll be terribly hard to run down. Pilia Rasambale, long pass over the top. There's an overlap here, and they should score a goal. Great defence,
Good
great
tackle.
covering tackle.
Absolutely, Tomo. That's good defence. There's some desperation. That's what you want to see if you're an Orchids fan. Over there in Papua New Guinea, I'm sure they'll be cheering their team on. That's a great tackle, a great effort to save a
She
try.
goes into touch, but also check for a potential hair pull.
Well, we praised Samoa for a tackle in this exact same field position, and Papua New Guinea, they've gone one better. They've pushed her out into touch. But we just heard the referee say they're checking for a hair pull. There's definitely
There's a hair pull by the PNG defender.
This could be a penalty try.
Prior to the act of scoring, the Samoan player then goes into touch. Our decision will be a penalty for a hair pull. We have a decision.
Penalty for the hair pull. I thought she, probably without that, was probably going to score.
Did you ever pull anyone's hair, girl?
I'm not going to say. Look, I'm sure I did. Honestly, when on the football field, you know me, I can understand why this happens. When you're out there on the field, you do anything to try and stop a try. She's doing her best to stop a try there. I mean, I know it's not allowed, but I can totally understand why it happens. I don't know if it's something they can look at, whether it has to be a penalty. I don't know. So I just think when you're in the motion of making a tackle, you're doing everything you can to stop a try. You just grab whatever's there. I'm not for the hair pull. I'm just saying I understand why it can happen. Like
It does happen, but if you let go of it immediately and then re-grip somewhere else, then it's not a penalty, it's play off. But it's the fact that she held on to it and rode it to the ground holding her hair, that's where the penalty comes in.
I think it'll be mighty hard to hold here. There's barely a defender past the post here for PNG on the left-hand side. Soliola, then Papali'i. Ball trickles along the ground and unmarked and over goes Lindsay Tui, who gets a fourth Test match try in the last 4 games.
Well, Lindsay Tui is another one I've been impressed with. I like her at centre. She's got really good footwork. She's very, very strong. But this opportunity, the ball just had to get to her cleanly, and it wasn't. It was a bit of a bounce. But look at this. Just puts the pace on and scoots out past those Papua New Guinea defenders who were caught short anyway. And you can see them just trying to shut it down by closing the gate, getting up really quickly and shutting that ball down. But a nice pick up by Tui and 4 points for Fetu Samoa.
No, you can't train for it. No one ever means it. It's amazing how many times the bounce pass beats the defence and someone picks it up and goes on to score a try. It's absolute. It's one of these things in rugby league that happens more often than not, but it's not something you can train for. I mean, the rugby league ball bouncing in all sorts of different directions. But on that occasion, went the Samoans' way. And tell you what, this could be a penalty try here. This could be an 8-point try.
Decision's under review for a potential 8-point try.
She's come in pretty heavily. I think an elbow or definitely a shoulder made contact with the head. This is a pretty hard contact after the try scored. It goes to the ground here. No doubt it's going to be a try.
The ball is grounded in the in goal as for a try, and in the act of scoring, there is contact by the forearm of Sarika Muka, which makes direct contact to the face of the try scorer.
This will be a possible 8-point try.
Just wait there, Paki, hold that.
That's almost a send-off, at least 10 in the Cindy.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you, Gal, I think she's probably going to sit down for this.
Oh, she has to. An elbow directly to the head after she scored the try. Like, there was no need to fall on her there at all.
What number is it?
The winger.
Sarika Muka. Yeah.
She's got to be sitting down. If they're sent off, minimum 10 the Simbi, they're sent off.
Okay, so the try's being scored. There's high contact 8, there's low force, right? She's still on report. There's a potential 8-point try. So we'll have this goal kick, and then we'll come back out in front for a second goal kick. Okay? Thanks,
she's lucky there. She's very, very lucky she's not sitting down there.
5 in from touch.
I wouldn't argue with it if they said minimum 10 in the bin for that. Look, that's direct forceful contact to the head after the try was scored.
Yeah. Well, she said minimal force. I'm not sure how much minimal force an elbow to the jaw is, because that's direct contact.
That's direct.
Direct contact with the elbow to the jaw.
Yeah.
So the referee has explained the scenario perfectly there. We'll have the attempt at conversion, as would normally be the case, and then there'll be a second attempt at conversion from right in front of the post. That's why it's called a possible 8-point try.
1 minute.
She's been good, the halfback, hasn't she? Pilia Rasambale. Calls it to the left, but she'll get a second attempt at conversion from right in front.
No, just to what Gal was speaking about earlier, when the ball bounces, it's almost a Pavlovian response. Everybody stops. They think that there's going to be a whistle by the referee or something's going to happen. Everyone just stops moving their feet, and it's the ones who don't, the ones who just continue to move onto the football, they're the ones that come up with gold in the end. But Pilia Rasambale, this is a much easier conversion for her now.
Pavlovian. Gal's licking his lips. He thinks she brought a Pavlova.
What does that mean? I'm sitting here.
A response that you can't, that just naturally happens. You can't actually stop yourself from doing it because you've been conditioned into that response over a period of time.
So in layman's terms, what would you say to Gal? What would you say to the G train?
It's hard to explain things to you. From right in front, 22-0. Samoa really dominating here in the first of 4 games to come your way on Nine's Wide World of Sports today.
2-0! Jessica off the grip!
Vienna Tinau. Now Nuasala. Played 13 tests for New Zealand before pledging her allegiance to Fetu Samoa. And a dummy and run again from Mona Lisa Soliola. Well, this game's really opening up. Here's Sala once more. Driving through the Orchids defence up to the 10-metre line. They've got no one really defensively on this right-hand side, and it's another try.
I'm glad she scored there, because she had a two-woman overlap. Went herself, got there, but once again, it was the halfback. She's called the play down the short side. She has picked numbers today from the first try of the match she set up. She has been absolutely outstanding. She kicked goals. She's done everything today, but notes the numbers on the short side, called the ball from the dummy half and tips it on for another try to the Samoan side. They've been outstanding.
Oh, just watching this replay of Mona Lisa Soliola, and you can see the smile on her face because she sold Karawa an absolute bag of lollies with that dummy. Created some space down that edge, and then it was a fast play the ball, but again, off the back of some great work by Nu'uausala. Good punching runs through the middle. They maintained their spacing, which I think was really important. But I also agree she needed to score that one because they had two players outside of her and she made no mistake.
Another of the former Kiwi Ferns representatives.
1 minute. Yeah, the talk's been really good. If we just keep, obviously, like I said,
26-0. You just got the feeling, I think Paul Gallen said that in the first half, if they can get a bit of sustained possession and maintain discipline, Samoa have far too much from an attacking point of view to overwhelm the Orchids, and that's the way things are panning out at the moment. Great kick. Yes, the Samoan flags flying with great enthusiasm. Short kick off. It's going to find the touchline.
Scrum. Elsie, where do you want the scrum?
Here we go. Here we go.
In the middle.
Play one inside the half. They need to control the ball. They just hold the ball, but I feel they need to move it a little bit. They're not going to go through this Samoan side. They're not going to break down their forward back. They're too strong, too good defensively. They need to move the ball. I reckon tackle 5 when the wingers are back. Have a look at running the ball then.
Yeah, I think they look best when they shift it out and then bring the second rower back underneath against the grain. That's when they're at their best. They can sort of mine that disconnect between the middle and edge defence with a big ball runner. That's where they've seen some joy, and then obviously just give it to Elsie. Seemed to be the theme of the first half, and she was punching through everybody.
Elsie's passing that time. Out the back to Ravu. They do have great experience in the halves. PNG. Ravu playing a 10th test and Koroi in her 8th test match, but they just haven't had any ball in any field position. And Elsie Albert, she's just their best player by that far. Again, Aton. So down on the Samoan 10-metre line. Can they crack it for a try? Great tackle. Karoa gets slammed 5 metres out. Koroi. And a penalty here, offside.
They're going to score. They've got to move the ball. I understand them setting up a field position. That's great, but they're not going to go through this Samoan side. On that occasion, there was 3 players outside the post. They can just shift the ball. There's plenty of space out there.
Elsie!
Yes! We'll just go straight through and give it to Elsie. That's the way. The first try for the Orchids all tournament, and it's our favourite Elsie. What a try. Off the tap, nothing doing. just takes them on and runs straight over the top of 2 or 3 of them to score underneath the post. They should kick the goal. Great try there to the Orchids. Elsie, she's been our favourite all day. Left foot step. Beautiful try. Great work, Elsie.
She's been so strong, hasn't she? Right from the kick-off when she stripped the ball off Anetanu Arsala. And this time, this was the second of my attacking options. The second option was just give it to Elsie, and that's exactly what they tricked. And look at her go. Goes through everybody.
She's beat the first person all day.
Oh.
Every time she's touched the ball, she's been hard to handle. On that occasion, great left foot step. A player come into her from actually cross one of her own defenders, which she shouldn't do. Left foot step, there was the space, and she went straight over. Great try there, Elsie.
Elsie gets the first try for PNG in the Pacific Champs, and it's converted for 28-6.
Hold in the middle.
So Elsie Albert tags a try for her country.
Clean tag, play on. Clean
That
tag.
nearly ended in disaster, didn't it? Crisis averted, and Reeves runs back to the 20. You can book your ticket to the ultimate bucket list trip to the sports and entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas. We're already looking forward to 2025. And next year, it'll be bigger, bolder and better than it has been previously. Of course, this year, the first expedition over to Vegas. 8 teams, 4 games, and just one epic ticket is all you need. Tickets and travel packages available now. NRL.com/Vegas. 8 on for Reeves again. 4 players used. In the middle of Combank Stadium, the service is just pristine today. It's great weather for expansive rugby league, and I'm sure we'll see plenty of that coming up. Last play now. Kicked by Kodoy, bounces away from the fullback by Fetu, but she's just so brilliant on her feet.
Yeah, she moves so well. We're normally so used to seeing her come off the bench and play in the middle, and she uses that footwork to great effect. But I like seeing her at fullback, Tomo. I like seeing her with a bit of extra space and less bodies around her.
I think that's Pior who might have an issue with a lower leg. Looks to be Christian Pior.
No, the response was immediate.
It's Talele Siala.
Hopefully it's just a cramp.
Hopefully it's a cramp. The teammate grabbed her straight away and lifted the leg up. I hope it's a cramp.
Yeah.
Nothing more.
Yeah, come this way, Simone. Yeah.
I think Elsie hasn't had a break yet.
Nope.
I can remember. No, she's played the entire match in the middle, getting a drink there from the trainer. She's done a great job today.
She has a great engine. But she's also got a willingness just to push through the pain barrier, which you can't teach that in players. That's something that's developed, and she's always turns up for the Orchids.
Pilia Rasambale, big high kick. The winger hadn't dropped back. The ball bounces back to the Orchids in goal, and it's going to be a goal on drop.
Yeah, the winger wasn't back, and the fullback was a little bit out of position. She was up way too close to the defence line. For tackle 5, when you're waiting for a kick, should have been back, being ready for the bomb. But it was well placed. It was in between the winger and the fullback. They were both out of position, and they're going to capitalise here with a goal line dropout. Probably could have let that bounce one more time. But took the safe option there. Drop out here by the Orchids.
The inevitable short drop out. PNG hang on it. They're going to go long, and they just beat the buzzer too. Oh no!
That's what they wanted. Oh, surely that's a knock on. Surely.
I thought that came off her left hand.
Oh, surely that's a knock on.
The gal's outraged.
Oh, I want to see that on replay. It was an ugly kick, but it almost came off.
Terrible kick. Car party 10 metres away. Oh, look at this. There's space everywhere. Ball taken out wide, but Tulele Siala, penalty.
They've saved another one, but just could not help it. They were so close to the touchline. Just jumped on her and forced her to touch. Here we go. No, the referee, what a great call.
You keep fighting with the refs, Gal, and you get it wrong every time.
Not every time. Once every now and then.
Leave the refs alone.
Once. I think it's the first one I've got wrong this year.
Oh. So Masanga almost right on the Orchids goal line here.
Yeah, sure. Oh, no, they covered it. They've covered it.
Tackle, but a great offload, very effective. It comes out to Papali'i, and the ball's been lost. Let's go to Marley, down on the sideline.
Well, we've been talking about these conditions and how much they must be fatiguing the players out there. They're certainly affecting sideline eyes like myself, but one person who is not affected is Jamie Soward, the coach of Fetu Samoa. This is the first time I've seen him sit down this entire match. He's been on the sideline the whole time, pacing up and down. He's taking a quick breather because he's not happy with that one. But I have to say, he has got energy that I think I need to take in these hot conditions. It's been incredible to watch. He's certainly a very passionate coach.
Yes, he's got the traditional dress on as well, I see. He's right ensconced in the culture of this Samoan outfit. About to make it 3 from 3.
Hook off the grip! Space Marcus home. Go on.
Ah, one-on-one steal. Nearly. She's run really hard, Karoa.
Hold square. Right. You've got 3.
Tangled.
That was an interesting call, that one.
understand that.
You've locked her in and then got the penalty. But that's all they wanted, the Orchids. That's what they needed. And I suppose, look, when you win the tackle and you land on your front, it is up to the defence to clear the ruck. And she was stuck there.
It was a good fight by Carola. But yet again, number 1 in the playbook. Give it to Elsie. It seems to be working.
She's made 15 metres from the restart. Reeves for Banu.
Offload. Clear now, Christian! Square, hold. Go to.
So a Jose in 14's on the ground now. And this is Muka. Fast, play the ball. PNG looking to orchestrate something on the left. Elsie there, flops it out the back. Ball picked up on the bump.
They got numbers on the left. Oh, but here, no, Samoa have settled.
And Vivas can't dissect the gap there. And the ball's dived upon by Soliola.
I don't think she needed to play that kick either. It was only tackle 4 for the Orchids. They still had another one up their sleeves. Just break it down, try and draw in that Samoa defensive line and shift again.
White scales, white. Go to.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Yeah, that's dangerous, that one. Well, hopefully she's okay.
Time off.
Oh, there's 2 of them hurt here.
Yeah, she's hurt a teammate in this one as well.
Samoan player was the one who ended in a really bad position. She's not happy on the ground. Hopefully she's okay. That was dangerous. That turned out really bad, that one.
She's holding her neck right now,
It's
mate.
actually Koroi that is driving this tackle, and she's going to find herself in some trouble.
That's not good. That's the pick up and drive with hand
down,
between the
just
legs.
holding the head.
This could be... Well, I'm saying it's definitely 10. Could even be send-off.
Well, my concern for Masanga is she hasn't moved really since then. She's in the best care she can possibly be in at the moment in the hands of the medical professionals out there, but that is nothing you want to ever see in a game of footy.
She's visibly upset too, I think. She's pretty upset here. She's moving her legs, which I'm not a doctor in her arms, but hopefully that's positive, but she's pretty upset here.
Yep.
Well, you know what it's like, Gal, when you're put into that precarious position where you're upended and all of a sudden the ground's coming towards you at a rate of knots and you're going face first and you can't actually put your hands out to stop yourself. It's incredibly unnerving and disturbing.
is all part of the protocol, with issues potentially involving the neck. The summer of tennis is just around the corner. Nines Wide World of Sports brings you every Australian tournament live and free, starting with the Uniting Cup and the Brisbane International in December, then the Adelaide International in the new year, and of course Melbourne Park hosting the big one, the first major of the year every year, the Australian Open. Make sure you join us the summer of tennis live and free here on Nines Wide World of Sports. We've got some wonderful golf coming up as well, the Australian PGA from Royal Queensland and the Australian Open at the Kingston Heath and Victorian golf clubs down in Melbourne. So your summer sport well and truly covered here on 9. So the medical staff still attending to Serena Masanga. And as I was just touching on, this is part of the entrenched protocol that when players are suffering from any injury that may involve some sort of interference in the neck, you don't move the player.
She's sitting up.
She's sitting up now, so most relieved to see Serena Masanga getting to her feet.
Yeah, you don't like seeing this, Tom, mate. This is part of the game we don't like. Unfortunately, contact sport, things can go wrong, but she's up, she's standing. She'll take it for the field now, so good signs there from Masanga.
So we just heard the send-off being discussed between the referee and the officials, I think, at the bunker. I'm fairly certain this is going to see Papua New Guinea down to 12.
Elsie, yep. Okay, you're standing, you grip between the legs. It's extremely dangerous, extremely high force, and you lose the weight as you take it to the ground. Her head makes first contact, you're on report and you're sent off.
I think she knew, Tomo. I think she knew heading up there. She accepted it pretty quickly, so she's very apologetic, as we can see. Things can go wrong very, very quickly. I don't think there was intent there, but no doubt it was very, very dangerous. The player was hurt. Thankfully, she's walking from the field and he's okay, but the PNG side, the Orchids, down to 12 players for the rest of this match.
Yeah, you know it's never malicious, but you can be hard on the act without being hard on the player, and the act was you just can't lift and put a player into that dangerous position, and that's what's been punished, the action.
Yeah, the number 12 there, Rue, just pulled to the ground. She actually hurt her shoulder in the tackle also. So as you know, Rue, you don't know what your teammate's thinking, and when you lift and between the legs and lift and drive, it can become very dangerous very, very quickly, as we saw there. But thankfully, we come away from it, everyone's okay.
Christian Peel, great athlete. Smooth moving back rower. Played in the Parramatta team that was beaten in the grand final of 2022.
Oh, God.
Is this a head clash?
Oh, that was a big hit. I think it is. That was a big shot. I think it's accidental head contact here with each other's heads. That is a big hit, yeah. Blood coming already from one of the players. That's a big shot. Oh, wow. Wow, accidental head contact there, totally accidental, but this is one of those. This is a total accident, Rue, but unfortunately, all onus is on the defender to get their head in the right position. So we could see the PNG side down to 11 here.
Yeah, potentially, and this is a pet play for Lafipo. She drifts across, she dummies outside and then goes herself. And here, I think it's Mooker, I believe, who just came in too high in her contact there, and her chin collected Lafipo, and both players are down receiving some medical treatment here.
She's going off, HIA as requested. Yep,
but neither of them look very healthy. May even see Lafito leave the field. She's still down.
I think they'll both come off the HIA without a doubt. They'll have to. Both stayed down. Big head contact there. They're both going to have to come off the HIA. I just wonder. I know how much
the ruling will be.
I know how much the onus is on the defending side.
The Pacific Championships continue next with the Women's Pacific Cup final. The Australian Jillaroos looking to defend the crown against their old rival, the New Zealand Ferns. That is right after this. Here on Nine's Wide World of Sports. And then a couple of men's games to follow. So it is a feast of footy to wind down season 2024 today. So Sarika Muka has been able to walk off the field. It's been an arduous last couple of minutes. Two fairly sick footballers making their way to the sideline, and that'll be the last we'll see of each of them for today.
I'm still. Why is that a play ball? When I know it's totally accidental, but the onus all year has been on the defending side. If you make any contact with the head, you are penalised. And on this occasion, it's going to be play on. I understand it's a total accident, but we've seen time after time, if you are the defending side, the onus of responsibility is on you not to make contact with the attacking player's head.
And accidents happen, like we've spoken about, Gal. Accidents happen all the time, and Gus says it quite eloquently. Just because someone gets injured doesn't mean somebody's done something wrong deliberately, and penalties aren't always ensuing. But I think if we had this ruling that we're seeing right now throughout the year, everyone will be okay with that because they know it's just accidental contact and play on. But yeah, we'll probably need an explanation on that one.
Let's see if we can get a clear run now until the end of this game with Samoa dominating and looking to extend their lead here. What a great charge this is by McEwen. A metre away when she played the ball. Pio flings it over the top. The ball goes to hand. Samoa with heaps of territory if they can get the ball out here. But great chasing by the Orchids. It's Elsie Albert again.
Elsie, look who it is. Elsie, the front rower, has not had a break the entire game. Taking wingers almost into touch to save tries. What a game she's had. PNG, you can be very, very proud of your captain today.
Incredible tenacity. They're not going anywhere on this set, though, the Orchids. There's some tired legs out there, and a lack of direction isn't helping either. A more direct run there by Banu. Tackle by Nuasala. And here's Karoa. 8 from the halfway. Here's a Jose. Guasamun into the line. She's tackled on play 5, just inside Samoan territory. Jose's kick is awkwardly placed and it's been knocked on at the back.
Oh, it's picked up really well by Vivas, and this is an opportunity here for the Orchids just to post another 4 points. Down one player.
Elsie Albert crashes into the defence, breaks through the first line, gets to within 6 metres. What a machine. Now Ravu. Ball's been lost, penalty.
Yeah, referee played advantage there. Without doubt, Elsie played the ball was too fast, the markers were not set. The hooker noticed that, went from dummy half, but they did tackle her. Forced an error, but they're definitely offside, so. Here we go, Elsie. Just take the tap, Elsie. Go yourself.
I know.
She might yet. There you go.
Go.
Yeah, Elsie! Yes, you get 2. They got underneath the ball.
Move now. Hold. Go 1. Backwards off the arm. Off the arm. Still 1. Move now, Jasmine. Hold.
Played by Ahose. Ravu to the left. Samoa, they were able to number up on that side of the ground. But Mark, she's literally over the line as she got up to play it. And there's a lost ball.
Well, Karawa, she just saw the line and got a little bit of white line fever, thought she'd be able to get her way over, but Samoa, they've scrambled again very well on their own try line here. And I've just noticed defensively they're staying very, very compressed. They're pretty comfortable that the Orchids aren't going to swing the ball or shift it with any kind of fluidity, so they can just stay compressed and get their line speed up.
Marley, some news for us?
We saw that collision a little bit earlier, and we know now that Sarika Muka has a Category 2 head injury assessment. Sienna Lafipo from Fetu, Samoa is still being assessed by the doctor, so we're not sure on that category just yet. Regardless, Fetu Samoa actually activated their 18th player, Claudia Brown, a little bit earlier when the Orchids Koroi was sent off for that match. So Claudia Brown is now out there on the pitch.
Okay, thanks, Marley. Another error.
Oh, Claudia Brown on debut. She made her debut for the West Tigers this year, the young woman, and now she's going to be debuting today. This will be a great moment for her and her family, but we've seen a lot of errors creep into this game. But right now, an opportunity for the Orchids. Elsie can't tap and go from here, so what else can she do?
Get it one off the ruck and run hard.
That's exactly what they should do.
She's playing ball play this time.
Move now, Jasmine!
Karoa has thrown everything into her effort this afternoon. Here's Elsie.
A little bit flat-footed there. She's got to be proud. Oh,
What a
offload.
ball.
Still one.
Popped it around the corner.
Move now!
And the front row partner, Banu, has it 2 metres from the line. Here's Elsie. She's going to get a double.
Yeah, Elsie, what a try. She's playing like an extra halfback out there. She's wearing a front rower number 8, but she's steering the ship out there. She's telling everyone where to go and what plays on. She set the same play up twice. They had a lead runner go through in front of her twice, got the offload away on the first occasion. And on that one there, the lead runner went through, sucked a couple of the Samoans in, and then out the back to Elsie. Straight through, too big and too strong, too hard to handle from that far out, Rue.
Yeah, it's the right play for that position on the field. I think when you've got a strike weapon like Elsie, you have to use it, but you can't just use her as a blunt instrument. You can't just give it to her and say, charge it up. She'll still make a difference, but when you have a little bit of subtlety around her, they start to pull the defensive line apart, and that's what they identified. Nu'uausala didn't fill that gap, and that's where Elsie Albert just came screaming through, and she's put everything into this display today, Elsie Albert.
Talk up, boys, really good. Great. Coming in, kick.
28 points to 12 coming up later today. Australia take on Tonga in the Men's Pacific Cup final. Who would ever forget Tonga's historic victory over the Kangaroos in New Zealand back in 2019? Can they replicate that, or will Australia make amends for that surprise loss at the hands of New Zealand last year? 4 p.m. kickoff live and free on Nine's Wide World of Sports. It's going to be a sensational clash. And whatever you do, don't miss the first 20. Get your cup of tea ready. Have your snacks all lined up, because you can't miss the opening skirmishes. Can Tonga inflict some damage on the Kangaroos forward pack? I don't know that I've seen a more powerful forward pack since I've been watching rugby league, Gal. But they are just gigantic and relentless.
They sure are. Can't really argue with that. They are a big pack, and the leadership that's been shown from Fanua Blake and Jason Tomololo. I don't think I've seen Jason Tomololo play this good for a couple of years. He has been outstanding. And him and Fanua Blake, that 1-2 punch they got, they're very, very hard to handle. The Aussies need to control the ball. Don't give them anything they don't deserve.
What about the back rowers? Ali Katoa and Ola Kawatu. It's just phenomenal.
They're pretty big too. Pretty powerful.
What about the shot Olakwatu put on Lindsay Collins?
What
about their 2 centres? They're just as big as all of them.
And they've actually lost Moses Sully.
Oh, he's out, is he?
Which is disappointing for them. He's been very good.
He's a big, strong body. Very hard to handle out of the backfield. So that will be a loss for them.
Well, speaking of disappointment, the Orchids were moving through that set quite nicely and just, unfortunately, ball handling, which has been an issue for both sides today, coming up with that error.
Samoa, quick! Samoa! Heads in, let's go. Heads in. Heads in. Let's blind. All the way in, Christian. Christian, get in. Get in. All in. Break.
There's an overlap opportunity. Patea dodges one, dodges two. She's got PNG jumpers coming from everywhere and she beats them all pointlessly. What a try. Patea from her own half. Another of the young guns in the Samoan team.
Well, she's been impressive for me this Pacific Championships, Tomo. She's done some great work, great finishing on that left edge, but this opportunity, we get to see her with her speed and physicality. She got through some traffic, the ball shifted out to the left really, really nicely. And then all we saw was Patea just drawing in off a set piece. Look at this. She draws them in, physicality, bumps one off, runs away from another, and look at this. What a fend. Oh. What a fend. Great work, Patea.
The poor Orchids winger once again. They're just picking her out. She's on one leg. You see her here move up in the defensive line, but just can't move the poor thing. But great fend, right-hand fend there, once, twice. Goes in field, little in and away. A beautiful fend once again. That's a great try there to Samoa. But must have anyone else on the bench, this Orchid side group, because this poor winger, Allen, is it?
Yeah, Leanna Allen. She's been hobbling since the first half, hasn't she?
Yeah, right on half time she seemed to be open. I'm not sure if it's a knee or a foot, but she's certainly struggling, but she's doing her best for her country, putting her body on the line, being out there till the 70th minute.
Well, there is some emerging talent in Samoan Women's Rugby League, and Jessica Patea is amongst that. You can see it's a great try-scoring record, 4 tries in the first 3 test matches for Fetu Samoa. And just the age bracket of these players is what's most exciting. 7 teenagers, and they're about to win a 4th successive test match. Pilier Rasenbale, 31-year-old halfback, has helped to control things nicely today. Adds another 2 points to her tally, 34-12 tonight. Will cap off the Pacific Championships with last year's champions New Zealand playing the PNG Kummels. They're playing for a spot in next year's Pacific Cup. So New Zealand facing the prospect maybe of demotion. Couldn't possibly conceive of that. The sparks will be flying. There's a lot to play for. 6 p.m. tonight, live and free. You can see that on 9 Gem. See a lot of the Tongan Red starting to make its way into the stadium, Gal. They're brilliantly supported.
They will be absolutely supported today. Look, when they won last week, I'm not a Kiwi fan, obviously, but for the game and the fact this was at Parramatta Stadium and Combank Stadium today, I had no doubt that everyone would have been happy Tonga won. It'll be a sea of ready today. They have great support. And on the other hand, I think the Kiwis should make sure they show up today against this PNG side. They don't want to get relegated. Not a bad side, the PNG side, and if they take it for granted, they think it's just going to happen. As we know in this game, nothing just happens. You've got to make it happen. You've got to be on today, the Kiwis.
Well, undeniably, they were flat in the first half last week.
Very flat, down 24-0 in the test match. I mean, they were by a Tongan side who have a pretty inexperienced spine. Obviously, they come back in the second half, but to the Tongans' credit, they won the game. But, I mean, yeah, they can't let this PNG side have a good start to the match. They're growing confidence as it goes on.
Great tests for the young halfback, Isaiah Katoa, whose field goal got them through to the clash with the Kangaroos today.
They could have crumbled last week, Tomo. Leading 24-0 back to 24-all in a test match up against Sean Johnson, probably one of his childhood heroes. And he managed to take the game away from the Kiwis and win the game. Such a young man, a big fidget. They nailed it. Nailed it. Plenty of pressure on him. Absolutely nailed it. So they've done a great job. He's a player of the future, we know that.
Space on the far side of the ground now. Ciala, ball goes back. Fafua. Just over a couple of minutes to go. And Samoa have enjoyed a magnificent fortnight. As we mentioned earlier, the victory last week over Fiji ensured qualification for the World Cup of 2026. It'll be their first appearance at a Women's World Cup since 2008. And this victory here is going to take them through into the Pacific Championship Cup for next year. So they'll be playing against the Jillaroos and the Kiwi Ferns at the top level. So a lot to be excited about for Fetu Samoa. And maybe some more points to take with them here as well. PNG just about out of tickets, you'd say. Here's Norsala with all of her strength.
Held up
over.
Had to go right there. Razabale's been good at calling the overlap all day. On that occasion, went to the captain, which is fair enough. She scored the match-winning try last week just like that, but another opportunity for the Samoan side. We have an injured player on the ground here at the moment.
That's Dela Cruz, the fullback. Like a game of twister. Legs and arms going where they probably shouldn't go. But she's back and she's okay to soldier on here. A little kick in behind the line, can't quite get through. So expecting a big crowd here as the day progresses. 4 games of footy. I'd be mad if we didn't come and watch them all. At one of the great modern-day stadiums, only a boutique ground here, Combank. Well, it's around about 30,000, but I could imagine the atmosphere later is going to be absolutely brilliant.
Oh, it's going to be unbelievable, especially for the Tongans. We know how much they love their country, how much they cheer their side on. It's going to be a great atmosphere here later on. This is a great stadium. The way it's been built, how close it is to the ground, it is a fantastic place to watch rugby league. So if you're at home and you've got nothing to do, come down and watch the boys and girls play this afternoon.
Great step again. Fafua. In control of this from the early exchanges here, Samoa. Just a little bit too much class today. The Orchids brave as always, but Team Samoa had them covered probably from midway through the first half when they skipped out to a 10-0 lead. Samoa victorious, and they have earned promotion for the Pacific Championships of next year. It's been a wonderful fortnight for them in particular, and they go undefeated through the tournament. 3 wins in a row. Samoa 34, Papua New Guinea 12. The first of 4 games wraps up here at Combank Stadium, Danica.